This is the Barbados Today afternoon news for Wednesday, July 5th. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary Williams. Prime Minister Ronald Stewart has joined his CARICOM counterparts in Grenada for the annual Heads of Government Conference. Over the next few days, the leaders will address several matters relating to regional security and the economy. Stewart says the CARICOM Commission on the Economy will make a special presentation during the summit. The commission was established to examine questions related to regional economies against the background of the recent financial challenges. Stewart added that other top agenda items include transnational organized crime and the movement of firearms throughout the Caribbean. He noted that security threats are a growing concern to regional governments and CARICOM member states must take them seriously. According to Stewart, it is a developmental issue and not just one related to punishment and sanctions. In other news this afternoon, the head of the National Council of Parent-Teachers Association is calling for serious action to be taken against organizers of a recent fete after a video circulating on social media showed a young boy gyrating on an older woman. Sean Gibbs told Barbados Today he hopes the matter is fully investigated by the police, the Ministry of Education and the Child Care Board, and that the guilty parties will face prosecution at the end of the probe.
Investigate that matter thoroughly and make sure whoever is responsible or who was negligent be charged accordingly. The video is repulsive at its best, and bring me the ID that the youngster is 16, because I can't support that. Even if he's 16, what examples are we setting to our children when we promote this type of behavior? And this brings into context the whole issue of, unfortunately, what we are promoting in Barbados in terms of the bashment music and the bashment soca. Unfortunately, what we're getting in terms of lyrics, and maybe the NCF need to relook the whole program.
Videos that go along with it suggest
the videos that are the vehicles for the music also does not do justice to what we want to portray in Barbados as our major festival, when we have a tourism product that's supposed to support and encourage family settings and such like. Is this what we want to be known for? I say no.
Education Minister Ronald Jones, meanwhile, is blaming parents for the deviant behavior among young people. He also brands as hypocrites adults who criticize the youth only to engage in similar behavior. Jones was delivering the feature address at the graduation ceremony of the Ambrose Primary School yesterday. He appeared to return to the subject that he first raised at the Youth Explosion's annual church service at the St. David's Anglican Church last month. In this latest address, he suggested that some revelers behave as though they had been overtaken by evil spirits.
I know a lot of what I say can't be fun. It is too crass. It is though there is a possession of evil in the midst of merriment. Women who 3 days before, or men dressed in their Sunday go-to meeting, the best that the wardrobe contained, become vile and vulgar on that day. I am the author of my own story, and I choose my words to write my own story. And then in our hypocritical responses as adults in our society, when we see our little ones display similar behavior, then as the hypocrites we are, we condemn them.
Sports now. West Indies women are hoping to turn around their fortunes when they face New Zealand tomorrow in their fourth match of the ICC Women's World Cup at the Somerset County Ground. Skipper Stephanie Taylor admits that the team has not been performing at its best, but she says they do have what it takes to win tomorrow's encounter.
I think it's all about self-belief, We really need to look in deep within and, try to get that confidence back. We've been hitting good in the nets, so I don't think it's anything skill-wise. So I think it's all about individuals.
And the match is set to mark a milestone in the career of wicketkeeper batswoman Marisa Aguilera. She will become the 4th West Indies women's player to appear in 100 one-day internationals. The former captain will also be the 3rd member of the current team to reach this landmark during the present tournament, after Captain Stephanie Taylor and all-rounder Deandra Dottin. Aguilera says she is looking forward to the match.
Well, tomorrow, I just want to go out there and give my best. And really try to get the team together, because I believe that all teams go through something, and I have full confidence that this team is a strong team. We are able to overcome whatever challenge that is put forth, but we just have to continuously keep believing in ourselves. And I truly believe in the potential of this team, and I know in spite of our trials and tribulation and what we are going through, we are more than over and able to overcome it with God, and as always moving in faith.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Who call and get your yams and potatoes? Wait, my girl, how you want to see you for long?
I can't. How you keeping? But you don't sell the nation paper no more.
But that paper is selling. This must now stop selling that. Look, one time I would have made a little dollar on the Sunday sun. But when Sunday night, I still trying to get the weather there.
Well, you can't call that the Sunday sun no more. You're going to call that Sunset News. At no time that news stale.
People complain that them ain't got nothing in it to read, and the price keep going up all the time. A woman abused me so sick the other day, telling me that she does read Barbados today online for free. I can't take that abusing soul, so I switched to my potatoes and yams.
Well, let me tell you, if pork selling, you got to raise pigs. How much for the yams?
Oh, 75 cents a pound.
But that's cheaper than that stale news. Give me...
How much you want?
A pound.
Only a pound? Anyhow, these eating real good. Let me wrap them up for you. Come.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back with news from the region. St. Lucia has introduced a new fuel pricing policy which will result in an increase in the price of petrol products. According to media reports from Castries, there appears to be some confusion about the calculations of the figures, and one chartered accountant says the government could have done a better job in informing the public of the policy change.
Communication is sometimes forced upon you by events. My feeling is that they did not perhaps anticipate the increase in the CIF price, and so therefore did not think that with the increase in the C tax that it was going to go up as high as $12.89, which is what it would have been. So whether in their own minds they always had $12.75 as a magic number is what's, I don't know, because if that had been the case, then perhaps that should have been conveyed a little earlier. And so people might feel, well, all right, we don't mind the pass-through as long as you cap it. But the impression that was given that is that the government needs the money to do a certain thing, so that even if the prices are going to go up, the money is going to be put to good use. And this seems to be a slight change in policy, and that perhaps should have been communicated.
And finally, Bahrain, Egypt, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates are meeting today to discuss the Qatar crisis, 1 month after they severed ties with the Gulf state. The meeting of foreign ministers in Cairo coincides with the deadline for Qatar to accept a list of demands or face further sanctions. The demands include shutting down the broadcaster Al Jazeera and scaling down ties with Iran. Qatar has called the demands unrealistic and not actionable. That's the news. Remember, there's more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can find us on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also find us on Mix 96.9 FM. I am Marie Claire Williams. Have a good afternoon.